Hello friends, let us start the second module of our topic ocean currents. In the first part of this topic, we done the ocean currents of the most busiest ocean of the world, which is the Atlantic Ocean. So now the largest ocean of the world, and that is the Pacific Ocean. Here you can see Pacific Ocean. First of all, let us see the hot current in the North Pacific Ocean. As you can see, hot current is the first one is the North Carolina North Equatorial hot current. Then the next one is the Kyushu hot current. As you can see here, this is a Kyushu hot current. On other hand, the Oyashio cold current also come from this sides, and they both meet here near the Sea of Japan, and that is why here the same thing as I said you already, that where cold current and hot current meet at that area, first of all we see fog, and second thing is the planktons are those areas, planktons are the food of fishes, and that is why fish are found here, and that is why Japan is one of the leading country in fishing trades. In North Hemisphere it moves in the clockwise. So here is a California current. As you can see here, it is a cold current. It touch with the Californian coast of the America. That is why it is known as Californian current and comes downwards. Now the most important current here which we have to know in North Hemisphere are the Kyushu current, which is a hot current, Ohiyo current, and the California current. Let's come to the south of the Pacific Ocean. Here there is a hot anti-clockwise movement of the currents. This is a East Australian currents play a very important role in this coral reef areas and keep the temperature of the Eastern Australia hot during the winter season. And the most important current of not only the Pacific Ocean but the whole world is the Peru current. This Peru current is also known as Humboldt current. Humboldt is the name of a scientist who discovered this current. It's a French name, Peru current. Here the Peru current is found. This is the main center of world climate. As you can see here, hot current is coming towards downward sides, and this is how the cold current goes upward directions. This situation is known as La Nino. That is La Nino. But after every 6 to 7 years, this hot current goes upward direction and this Peru current become much hot. So before, in the normal situation of La Nino, we found low pressure here and high pressure here, because here is a cold current. Peru current is a cold current. But now the hot water comes here after every 7 years. So situation changed here, and now we found low pressure area here, while here we found high pressure area. It is not a high pressure area, but the pressure area is much low in the Peru region than this region of Pacific Ocean, and that is why now it attract air thisward directions. This situation is also known as southern oscillation, or we can say El Nino. Also affect in the monsoon of India also, and also the world climate. So this is how in Pacific Ocean currents we learn about different currents, in which the most important current is the Peru current, or also known as Humboldt current, and California current, Kyushu and Ohiyo current. Now let us come to the next part, which is the Indian Ocean. If we come to the Indian Ocean, then here this is a summer season situations where current moves like thisward directions, because there is a land here, and come towards the south direction. But during the winter seasons, the arrows is just opposite of it, like in this manner. So this is how 6 months we see direction in this way, from west to east, and 6 months from east to west. Because summer direction is from east to west, it also helps in the coming of or the advancing of monsoon in India. That's all in ocean currents, where we do the ocean currents of Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean and Indian Ocean. I hope the topic is clear in your mind. If it is not clear, then you can send your comment to me. I will definitely reply you, or you can send your comment to bipindogra.blogspot.in. Thank you.